Yale University in
Yeah.
USA on 2018, and he is also
Sa Yale.
MBA International Student Exchange Program at University of San Diego, California, USA on 2018. Next, he is a registered civil engineer and an information technology information library. He has information technology information library certification, and he is also a certified safety officer too, and it is DOLE accredited. And next is innovation associate at Global Innovation Management Institute level 1, and then lastly co-inventor at registered patent Gayadam Intellectual Office of the Philippines, or IPO-PHL. So, without further ado, may I call on Sir Engineer Ray Joseph S. Daway. A round of applause.
So, good morning everyone. So, thank you so much for the warm welcome and also for the nice introduction po. Ayan. So, ito na. So, as a disclaimer po, no, petty cash po. So, and ayan no. So, although I have an invention with iPhone, no, so we have a patent and I don't know, more on irrigation now. So this is a project which we haven't really commercialized yet. No? But for example, Department of Science and Technology, they approach me, no, and even in the National Innovation Council to teach about intellectual property and innovations. No? So currently, so hindi pa ako contractor, pero I teach students, and even right now, no, for this specific topic, I'll be emphasizing ethics, no, when it comes to information security. So kapag nasa business ko po, sometimes I shift yung ano ko, no, hat ko. Sometimes I teach project management, sometimes I teach information technology management. So, the reason why I got connected with the Pasig City's Social Welfare Development Office, so thank you to, I don't know, Ma'am Grace, Sir Marty, and also Sir Marlon, and also Sir Ray, no, and yung mga speakers. No? Okay, so I think may feedback. And yeah, so sometimes I shift hats, no, in a number of times within a week. Ayan. So ano, no, once again, this is my topic, no. So very ano, no, very lively yung activity kanina, and na-feel ko yung energy ng everyone, no. So I'm very happy to see everyone engaged even as early as around 9 p.m. And for this session, no, so I'm going to emphasize cybersecurity or online safety in the digital age. Ayan. Okay, so currently, no, we live in a digital age. So, I don't know, I want to highlight cyberspace and social media. No? Currently here sa Philippines, everyone's very online. So I am sure, no, na almost everyone of us used some form of social media even before coming here. No? So Sir, hindi ako nag-open ng Facebook, no? Pero, somehow papunta dito na gumamit sila ng social media messaging platform like Messenger or Viber. No? Ayan, so how we communicate with our children and family and friends. So, I have a subject po no, sa UP, it's Information Technology Business, and for the first session, no, before we talk about various topics like cybersecurity, networking, I think may feedback, no? Networking and data science, no, for example. So usually I start with the topic of, I don't know, cybersecurity in the something similar to cybersecurity in the digital age. So very important because as of now, businesses have to adapt to information technology tools and platforms, especially during the pandemic. Maraming mga cost savings na nadadala when we go online. For example, dati, if you want to advertise your products, meron po bang may mga small businesses, no? Like being majority would be members of the civil service organization. But again, I believe, wala namang conflict of interest if some of you have your own, MSMEs or small businesses. I think it's fine, no? So, like si Ma'am, no, may business. So, imagine before, no, most of the advertisements, no, either you make, postings or so medyo may geographical restriction. Pero if you want to get advertised in a large area, you have to pay hundreds of thousands of pesos just to get your ad seen on TV, for example. Pero during the past few years, no, we have social media wherein you can advertise for free. No? If you have extra money, you are an owner of a larger business, you can use paid versions of the mga paid Facebook ads. So there's some form of posting. Pero otherwise, no, with the online platform tools like Viber, maraming mga free models. No? So we can capitalize on this for business growth. No? Okay, and even during the pandemic, I'm not going to emphasize anymore. Pero ang dami-daming benefits when we go online. And I'm sure lahat kayo feel yun. But, no? Okay, so bago ako mag-back, so I think, para sa activity game. So, para gusto daw nila lively. Baka ma-picture lang tayo, no? Mapagkakalan na real cash. So, pwede. At least yung dimensions niya maliit. No? Pang Monopoly or Ang tawag doon? Ayan, Monopoly na. Okay, so, sino yung table na may pinakamaraming platforms na masasabi? Meron ba table na kaya lahat? So, tataas yung kamay, tapos sasabihin lang. Sinong table mo? Yung January, February babies ba? O yung March, April? March, April, May, June?
Ang dami ko nang hindi alam.
Tapos May, July, August.
Seryoso, hindi ko ba lahat alam?
Yung mga nasa likod,
Hindi ko na alam lahat yan.
Twitter,
Parang kaya doon ako sa babies.
Twitter,
Sila na, 5, 6, 7,
Facebook, Messenger. Yun na alam ko.
I think around 50.
Oo nga eh, hindi ko alam.
Sino
Red
kaya
na,
mag-recite ng...
ganun.
So pag tinaas niyo yung kamay i-recite niyo talaga. Sino kaya 15? 14? 13? 12? 11? 10? Sure na po, ma'am? I-recite po, Kaya ma'am, ilan po? 9? Paunahin natin pinamataas mag-beat. 10 down, 10, 10. Wala na mag-beat na 11? Wala.
Lalabas yung
Ayun na. Ilan po sa inyo, sir? 10. Ilan po? Ilan na kaya? 10. 11 daw si sir. 11. Sige, kawan.
11 si sir.
Wait lang po.
Sige po, sige po.
Ano po yung highest? Okay. 11.
Si sir.
That's right. So, ito natin. Yung una natin sa left, Twitter or X na ngayon.
Yes.
Tapos Pinterest. Sa baba ay Messenger, Facebook. Sa baba ay YouTube. So, ano to, dating app yung ano nakalimutan ko. Then, WhatsApp. Asan? Twitter or X. Pinterest, yung P. Tapos yung baba, Messenger. Facebook. YouTube. Nakalimutan ko yung ano. WhatsApp. Pambot. I don't think so. Tapos parang
Hindi ka.
yung F, I think it's brand fit ata yung so Instagram, Spotify, Tumblr. Tapos yung like syempre sa Facebook. Then
Meron po kayong 11.
40 daw siya.
Ay, 14.
Wow.
Let's see.
Sige po.
Let's see.
14.
Ganon.
Okay.
May lumaban ng 14.
Itong Flipboard, Bumble, Tumblr, Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, Messenger, TikTok, yung letter T, Tumblr, and
Tumblr.
Facebook,
Tumblr? Tumblr.
WhatsApp,
Tumblr.
Pinterest, meron yung Pinterest. Ayun pa, Snapchat, yung yearly.
So, ilan yung na-mention?
Yes, 13 po. 13.
Sino mas mataas na ba?
Wala.
Yung green WhatsApp, tapos Spotify.
Marami talaga pambuhay naman. Inulit talaga eh.
YouTube, Tumblr, Bumble, Spotify,
Ayaw talaga
Instagram,
patalo eh.
Snapchat, WhatsApp, Facebook, Facebook ito, live, Tumblr. Ayan, nakalimutan ko na ano na ako. Gawin na sa akin.
Nandiyan.
13. Ah, 17.
Parang
17
hindi na yung
Hindi pa kayo nakikita sa class.
Last one pa, last one.
Tignan natin kung lahat kaya na ano. Sige, sige. Simulan niyo po dito sa gilid para lahat paano natin.
Sige po, pwede niyo pa yung tuloy sa
Facebook, Viber, Messenger, WhatsApp, Viber, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Bumble, Spotify, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter.
Parang 12 na. So, ilan yung sinabi niyo?
17 daw, lumagpas.
O sige, ganito na lang, no? Lahat ng tables na nag-recite ng more than 10, no? Hindi
Ano
na
pa? Sa kabila, sa dito. Magkano po, sir?
O, bahala.
Grabe, umuulan ng ano. Galing DPWH yan ano. Baka maliit.
So,
Kaya nga.
isang table.
Isang maleta lang. Isang room.
Dito po si sir.
Sir M.
Wow.
Grabe galante naman si sir. Magkano na, sir?
Bigyan natin ng 5,000.
Lagi mo yung 5,000.
Agad?
Hindi naman nagsisay. 1, 2, 3.
SOP ba yan? SOP? Meron talaga.
Okay, bigyan natin. Yes, ano, bigyan natin.
Pero hindi ko alam kung supposed to be
Convertible to
kasi laki.
Alright. Saluhin niyo ma'am ha? Saluhin niyo ma'am.
Okay, bigyan natin ng 6,000.
Wow! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Ayan. So, nag-training na pala ako magpa-game show. No?
Kuya
Okay. Tapos,
Mamaya ako
ulit, no?
magpapabayad.
Ayan. So,
Para bumalik.
Anong birth month mo lang?
January.
January basis.
Sa Eclectas na yung birthday.
Lagi mga nauuna, no? Pati, lagi mga nauuna kahit sa celebration.
Oh.
Okay, so bigyan natin ng 7,000.
Yun! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000!
Ayan. So, wala pa ako ng practice ng pag ng pera, no?
Nahiya naman yung 100 ko kanina.
Comment. Nanlumo yung 100 daw kanina.
Ay, manalo ba yung kanina?
Sorry naman.
Ang hirap po nung pinagawa niya, tapos 100 lang.
Sorry, no? Hindi yung nakaibabaw yung 1,000 eh. Ayan. So, ano, no? It's nice, no, na tayo marami tayo na social media platforms. Pero, again, no, let's play this video to have a review, no, of who the social media generation is. Ma'am, pwede pa.
Pagbalik sa inyo. Ayan. Ulit niya.
Mahina pa nga yung 6 hours eh. Dito sa Pilipinas, 8 hours na.
More than.
More than almost 9 actually. 8 minutes 53. Ay, 8 hours 53 minutes.
Yung iba nga nag-overnight pa.
Correct.
Diba? Either social media or online game. Tapos binge watching. Ako nga na-addict sa shorts eh.
Ako minsan promise.
Sa shorts.
Hindi rin ako pwedeng magmalinis kasi minsan
Stress
lalo
relief.
pag lalo na malalaki na yung mga anak ko. So, yung ayaw ko lang na ikaw mag-isa. Yung para lang may white noise na ano.
Ano na? Kahit na-ready ka ng matulog pag naumpisa mo mag-scroll.
Oo.
Addictive talaga siya eh.
So many eyes, so many selfies, not enough us's and we's. See, technology has made us more selfish and separate than ever.
Pwede.
Because while it claims to connect us, connection has gotten no better. I imagine a world where we smile when we have low batteries. Because that'll mean we'll be one part closer to humanity.
We know that engagement with social media and our cell phones releases a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is the exact same chemical that makes us feel good when we smoke, when we drink, and when we gamble. In other words, it's highly, highly addictive. You have an entire generation that has access to an addictive, numbing chemical called dopamine through social media and cell phones as they're going through the high stress. They don't have the coping mechanisms to deal with stress. So when significant stress starts to show up in their lives, they're not turning to a person, they're turning to social media.
Feeling ko kailangan
They're turning to these things which offer
i-connect.
temporary relief. We know, the science is clear, we know that people who spend more time on Facebook suffer higher rates of depression
At
than
being
people who spend less
addicted
time.
with drugs.
That's a problem.
Parang
That's an
wala
addiction.
kaya nga.
But remember, with us, we get that high from other things, our generation. Kasi hindi naman
You have an addiction to ask for help, combined with the fact that they're so good at Facebook and Instagram, they're good at filters and everything. So they're good at showing you how smart and strong they are. These kids who commit suicide, you go look at their Instagrams, you would have no clue that they were depressed.
People look like they have a much better life than they really do. People are posting pictures of when they're really happy. They're modifying those pictures to be better looking. People basically seem they're way better looking than they basically really are, and they're way happier seeming than they really are. If you look at everyone on Instagram, you might think they're all these happy, beautiful people. And I'm not that good looking and I'm not happy, so I must suck. Some of the happiest seeming people, actually some of the saddest people in reality.
Social media isn't real, but you don't ever see real life. The 99% of our lives, the behind the scenes, the unglamorous, unfiltered, day-to-day, bland normality. And you end up comparing your behind the scenes to other people's fake highlight reel, and using others as a mirror or benchmark for how you should look, how successful you should be, or how you should live.
So yung video po na yan is made by Sniper Gardens Philippines. Also CSO or an NGO which talks about cyber security, online safety for children. They will youth empowerment programs in partnership with countries like PASI. And so I've been fortunate enough to have been a part of CGPH activities. Okay, so very, very powerful ang social media. Yeah. So very powerful ang social media, and at the same time, we have to make sure that we're properly grounded, and that, for example, after seeing everyone, so that time may mga dami ng pamangkin, and yung iba sa atin may children. So tayo po may mga pamangkin, children, they're very exposed sa social media addiction and all these money problems. But on the other side, meron din benefits like mabilis sila mag-send ng mga files, if kailangan ng mga videos, like sa video, kailangan gumawa ng video for family events, kaya nilang gumawa ng mga videos na maganda. Pero at the same time, minsan nagiging problem when the children or when we get engrossed with social media. So one way how we can battle this is to every now and then we raise our awareness. So like these events, we meet with each other, we share experiences and lessons. And another thing mentioned in the video would be cyber criminals. So social media, very easy to spread information, ang bilis with the digital landscape. So in just a click of a button, you can send a Facebook Messenger message to your tita in California. So dati nag-stay ako ng 2018 sa US. So pagkakamasing ko yung tita ko, tsaka pa since na pinag-stayan ko nung nag-aaral ako, I can just message from any place aside from here sa Pasig, sa Quezon City. So halo-halo ng advantages and also dangers. So for example, sa dangers, it's very, so madali ka mag-message to your titos and titas from afar, but same thing, in social media, it's also easy for your children and mga pamangkins to receive a message from strangers. So for this session, at least matataas na yung score ng karamihan sa atin, or good scores at the very least. Pero hopefully after this session, mas tataas yung benchmark natin so we can help raise awareness for our children and communities. And okay, lumitaw na agad, no? Yung buttons, mamaya, ipapakwiz natin sa groups, no? Kasi makakaalala nito. Pero merong 4 dangers, no, na gusto ko i-emphasize. So there are a lot of dangers that we face with the digital world. By the way, kilala niyo yung character na to? Ito, wala pong
Darth Vader.
yung sa
Si Dark Lord.
di ba pagka nag-play na yung music na yan, maya dito na si Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Mga stormtroopers, no? So, just like sa Star Wars, no, merong dark side sa digital world. So, for this session, no, I
Lahat naman may
wanna
dark side.
emphasize, no, just like what the, what our lead executive director sa Cyber Guardians, si Ma'am Chi, always emphasize, no, itong mga items na to, cyberbullying, OSAEC. So anyone who knows what OSAEC is, so mamaya, no, kasama yung sa enumerate nyo sa tables, no, OSAEC, and ito pwede natin ipag-combine, no, so some form of digital addiction. So digital addiction can come in the form of excessive social media use, or it can come, or para sa mga mas bata, no, pwede rin sa online gaming addiction. So, mamaya, let's talk about these topics further. So, meron ba nakaka-relate sa mga topics na to? No? Siguro sa baba, no? Hopefully, hindi kayo nakaka-relate dito sa taas. Pero, yung mga pamangkin and children natin, they're susceptible to the first two, no? And even everything, no? So, awareness talaga, no? Ayan. So, what is cyberbullying? Ayan. So, hindi ko na yung wala yung yung button. So, cyberbullying is a form of harassment using digital technology. So, when we have the intent of harassing someone online, no, it's some form of cyberbullying. No? So, question is, during the past 5 years, meron ba kayong kilala na naka-experience ng cyberbullying?
Yes.
Bata.
Meron.
And kung may kilala kayo, no, sino yung perpetrator or kung sino yung cyberbully? I hope na hindi nyo kasama yung cyberbully. No?
Kami po yung cyberbully.
Baka friendly. So may friend siya si cyberbully. Tapos yung cyberbully, friendly niya. So,
Key factor
medyo,
ng cyber,
ayan.
or part of the definition
Pero
of
it's
bullying
really real, no?
with the
And,
cyber.
even
Kasi
if
it's
during the past
continuous,
few
hindi siya
years,
yung
no,
one time na,
kitang-kita natin
diba?
during the pandemic,
Yung
pumasok
minsan ka lang
activity.
inaway.
Yan, no?
Napagkalitan.
So, mga,
Halos hindi tumitigil
mga,
na.
mga pages dyan,
Na naapektuhan ka.
Correct.
Parda ko yan, no? Mga page na yan, no? So, itong faction na to, natatawa sila sa likod, no? So, ako ay, nasa stage pa lang ako na awareness, no? So, I read, tapos parang, okay, parang nagkakasakitan na sila. So, at least, I want to use this platform, no? Na at least sa ating side, we're highly aware na, okay, at first, it looks cool, no? Meron kami kita na someone who gets to bully someone online. So, parang, kasi when you look at social media, sino yung mga matataas ng followers? No? Mga content creators. So, medyo guilty tayo, no? Sino yung mga idol natin ng mga content creators? Ako minsan, pandemic, lumalabas. Siyempre, bored na sa buhay. Tapos nakikita mo sila pong TV, gano'n. May kinukups na yung sa or mga content creators, no? So, sometimes mga anak rin natin, tsaka mga pamangkin, they grow up na nakikita nila na imbes na yung mga medyo mas okay pa yung mga actors and celebrities before. Pero ngayon, parang medyo nag-up yung mga, ano ba yung mga groups, no? Fasting, like, Billionario, yan, squad, Billionario. Di ba kasi may team kaya, mga so, they get to see these groups, no? And yeah, nagbubulihan din sila, no? So, looks fun at first, pero ang problem is, no, kasi yung team payaman, magkakaibigan sila ko, tsaka yung mga team payaman members, di ba? So, kumbaga nagbubulihan sila, okay lang sa kanila kasi may script. Pero, ang problem is yung mga bata. Meron kang anak na 5 years old, 7 years old, and then they see na parang cool. Eh, papasok pa lang sila sa school ng elementary. So, it can be dangerous, no? And dyan papasok tayong mga titos and titas, tsaka mga parents. No? We have to we have to mediate. So, we have to watch kung ano yung mga pinapanood nila. Kaya, ano yung sinasabi sa mga TVs, no? Mga 90s, no? Pag may papalabas na medyo may adult or ano na content, no? Rated SPG. Pag ano ba yung mga, ano yun? Hula. O yan, mga ganun, no? So, cyberbullying, it's really rampant right now. So, did you know, over 70% of youth, no, around the globe are victims of online violence, cyberbullying, and digital harassment. So, cyberbullying isn't just a childhood issue. It affects people of all ages. So, kahit tayong mga adults, no, pwede pa rin tayo ma-cyberbully, no? So, totoo po yun. Sometimes, also, that's the reason why we're afraid of speaking the truth. Pag nagsalita ako ng totoo, baka mabash ako, no? Ayan, baka mag-offend ako. Minors and adults can become cyberbullies if they decide to harass other individuals online. So, kahit yung mga anak natin, no, and mga pamangkin, no, they can be cyberbullies, no, if they have the intent of harassing someone online. Question, yung 5-year-old ba pwedeng i-bully yung 9-year-old online?
Yes.
Probably mas madali, no, kung gusto niya. Kasi, wala namang advantage yung age, no? Kasi, kung meron kang 5-year-old na anak, susubukan i-bully yung 9-year-old, eh mas malaki yung 9-year-old, no? Baka baka maupakan yung 5-year-old. Pero kung online yan, no? Walang height dyan, no? Diba? So when abuse is shown online, it can feel like a permanent record of humiliation for some people. Pero on the other side, no, what makes cyberbullies, no? Kasi when they get to embarrass someone, humiliate someone, they feel empowered. I can get away with cyberbullying. People laugh at me and I get to harm someone online. Diba? So, cyberbullying is a serious issue affecting many victims, leading to this, effects. No? We have anxiety, emotional depression, mental health consequences, suicide, and even suicide, no? So, sige, walang video, no? So, sharing session. So, anyone who has, any pamangkin or friend, anak na nagkaroon ng issue and paano nyo siya natulungan or paano siya natulungan ng isang anyone who has some very nice example to share. Or kahit mag-stop na lang kayo dun sa kung ano yung na-experience and yung somehow na-reach out na lang. So, meron pa rin siya pero you try to reach it out to that person.
Si ma'am daw po.
Sa ano no, mga December, ay mga Christmas babies, no? Sa tulog mo. And pa si ma'am.
Ako po yung anak ko.
Ay, yung anak po ni ma'am.
Ano po kasi siya sa school. Ano po, basta po, yung anak ko po gusto ng guy, tapos may girlfriend yung guy. Pero nag-break na daw po yung classmate ng anak ko. Then so, yung anak ko, hindi niya po pinapansin. Kasi nga po, hindi pa rin siya
Hindi pinapansin po.
yung guy.
Opo.
Tapos po,
Kasi hindi po niya gusto. Hindi po siya interested.
hindi po interested. Tapos po, nabuli po siya nung girlfriend ng guy. Ex
Kasi
actually.
nagalit po si ex.
Hindi gaya ni Bern na awayin yung anak ko. Kumuha siya ng ibang aaway din sa anak ko.
So may parang trolls pa siya.
Parang ganun po.
Parang
So,
friend.
opo. Yung anak ko po, nasa classroom lang, biglang may sumugod na inano agad yung anak ko. Sino po?
So it's not just cyberbullying, ano,
Ang-
actual bullying.
Actual po.
Physical.
Physical. Then, nauwi din po sa online.
So parang so after na po ng physical altercation, meron pa ano.
Tapos, na-trauma po yung anak ko. Kasi yun nga po yung nangyari na halos parang ayaw niya na bumalik sa school. Kasi bukod sa na-physical siya, then nag-post pa yung girl, tsaka yung tropa niya na inaagaw daw po ng anak ko yung ex-jowa niya. So talagang traumatized, ano po, syempre ako bilang nanay, nasaktan din po ako. Kasi nga po, bukod sa ayaw masasaktan yung anak ko, maano siya, tapos biglang susuntokin lang. Tapos ano po siya, pinamedical legal din namin. Kasi po talagang nagka-black eye siya, yung ano ng mata niya.
So yung pinaka-root is nagselos.
Yes po,
Ex.
yung ex.
Pero hindi naman gusto. So wala
Nung
pa
anak, yes po, kasi wala po talaga. So, dumating din po sa point na parang gusto namin paano yung student, yung ma-spell sa school kasi nga po, hindi tama yung ginawa niya. And nagyaya pa ng tropa para sa
Pero
kanyang
hindi na
anak.
po na-expel sa school.
Na-expel po siya, tapos po,
Yung ex po ba?
hindi po, yung nanakit,
Ay, yung kinuha niya.
plus yung tropa pa po. Then, kaya po lalo naging ano yung anak ko, dahil nagpo-post pa sa social
Kasi
media.
na-expel na.
Hindi pa po nung time na yun, kasi may usapin pa po nangyari. Tapos sinama po namin yung ano. Pero yun po, yung anak ko nahirapan po akong bumalik siya sa school nung mga time na kasi na-trauma din siya. Plus, talagang ano siya, pag naaalala niya lagi, yung iyak siya lang ng iyak, nasa isang tabi siya, tapos minsan sasabihin niya pa sa akin, ma, bad ba akong pero tahimik lang yung anak ko nung time na yun, kasi hindi siya lumalaban.
Thank you, no, for sharing your story, ma'am. Bigay ko na lang. Sige, ma'am. Sabi ko, parang habang gumagal ako, sabi ko, pag pinag-picture pa, parang may cash ako. Ayan, no. Medyo may, I would love to listen sana kay ma'am, no? Pero for time purposes, no, I think the activities mamaya where we can share more on. So, thank you for sharing, ma'am, no. So, very, very dangerous.
Magkano yun?
Ang laki niya, ha?
10,005. Ayan. So, ito yung mga marks ng cyberbullies, no? So, pag hindi mo na makuha yung gusto nila, no?
Nag-gawin niyo mamaya pag may mga maling
Mag-aano sila na mag-hack sila ng other people.
Pag hindi active, may
Magalitan nyo to, no? Na, okay, maganda lang siya or gano'n, pero ganito yan, sisirahan kayo. Tapos, after nila ni cyberbullying, ito yung danger, no? Sa anak nila. Na-call out na, sila pa yung magagalit, no? So, after nun, babalikan ulit nila ng hate messages. So, very hard for our children and pamangkins, and we have to watch out, no, and protect our young ones. Dun sa case ni ma'am, no, buti na lang nag-intervention si ma'am, no, para sa kanyang daughter. So yung iba, ito yung problem, no, sa social yung sabi sa video, kapag parang okay yung anak, no, makita mo, galing sa school, happy, post siya ng happy sa school, sa pictures. Pero yung pala may depression, no? And hindi niyo siya makikita dahil yung ibang magulang sa social media na lang tumingin, mga teachers, friends. Tapos, magugulat kayo na nag-suicide na, no? So, we have to really watch out, no? And buti sa case ni Ma'am, na agapan, no? And it's really nice to know na may mga schools na they give justice para sa mga nabubuhay. So, did you know, no? Na sa Philippines, no? Global epicenter ng live stream child pornography, no? Or OSAIC, yung Philippines, no? We have to watch out for this. So again, OSAIC stands for Online Sexual Abuse and Exploitation of Children. OSAIC. So OSAIC, activity in the Philippines has become a multi-million, no, or multi-billion dollar. Sa dollars, millions or no, or billions of dollars. Pero pag kinonvert mo pa sa pesos, mas lalo multi-million and multi-billion. So recently sa mga hearings na narinig ko, 35 billion. So even sa, so hindi lang sa sa those projects, even sa child pornography, ganito kalaki yung pera. So of course, yung mga kulang yung values and they resort to OSAIC activities kasi quick money for them. So we have to guard our children. No? Same thing with cyberbullying. Kailangan bantayan natin. No? So this is a video about yung teddy bear. No? So
this is Omar. His own father made him spread his legs for foreigners online. This is Sally. She was sold by her own mother online to be raped by a foreigner. This is Elsa. She was pushed by her own mother to dance naked in front of a webcam. These are siblings Benji and Bianca. They were forced by their uncle to have sex regularly in a live stream.
So that's 2018 numbers. So imagine what the numbers are during the pandemic, 2020 to 2025. So okay. So yung mga minors na very vulnerable to OSAIC activities, and again dun sa UNICEF data, Philippines is a global hotspot. So tayo mga CSOs na how to be health raise awareness. No? So hopefully after this session, we can be more aware, and at the same time, we can help safeguard the children. And that, I think that's the very reason why yung CSO ng Cyber Gardens PhD today, the very reason why yun yung name. No? And yun, yung sa video, sometimes it can be as gruesome as the parents themselves or mga titos, titas, yung mag-push sa mga bata na to. Kasi sa kanila, instant money, and mas madali. Okay, so another thing, yung digital addiction. So ako, mamaya na yung tungkol sa akin. Medyo guilty tayo, no? Na sometimes we spend too much time on social media. So dito, no, yung social media, no, yung Facebook, yung Instagram, no, they want us to be highly addicted, and there's this enzyme endorphins which allows us to feel good. No? Same thing when we consume tobacco. So ang ano kasi, yung mga social media, they earn more money kapag mas online yung mga tao, no? Okay. Ayan. So, again, social media, it's designed to keep us compulsively engaged, no? As users, no? Mas maraming likes and clicks, mas malaki yung bayad sa mga influencers. Yung mga influencers, gawa ng content na sometimes hindi maganda yung values, no? Nagpapasa sa mga bata. So, post sila ng medyo konting revealing, tapos ang daming likes, tapos ang malaking followers nila. Sometimes you see followers mo na maganda or guwapo, no, na post ng pictures or kung ano, maabot ng millions, no? And they get paid on social media platforms. So, impact to humans when we consume social media too much, no? Interference with daily life, relationships, and work. So, yung sa picture, nakatingin na lang lagi sa phone. Sometimes we are all guilty of these things. Try ko pa isang point. Alright. Ayan, okay na. So what are the three? So another thing, no, sa digital addiction, we have online game addiction. So what are the top 3 most addicting online mobile games to the Filipino youth? No, so for 7,000 points po ulit. No? So share ko na lang, no? So meron isa dito sa mga games, no? Pina-uninstall sa akin ng asawa ko. So by the way, yung si Jason, yan. So gusto daw niya kayo sa part and watch. First time daw niya ako watch. So while lecturing, so yan. Sabi nung wife ko, i-uninstall mo na yung online game mo yan. Kasi it's eating too much of your time. So thank you so much, Loves. Ayan, so...
Oh my God!
My God!
Ayan, so...
Ang tayo na ganun.
20,000 won!
Just to watch us. Ayan. So, ano yung mga top 3? So, hindi kailangan na base sa survey. So, ano yung mga addicting games na alam mo sa mga children? Tatlo ba? Like, ito po, for example, yung ito marami nagtasagot. So, for 7,000 points po,
Grabe naman yun.
Sobrang galante rin siya. Okay ba?
Sana test. Natapos ako.
Ano po ang games? Go ba?
ML. COD.
Call of Duty, no? Roblox. Minecraft yan po, no? So, okay na po, no? ML, Call of Duty. Yan yung mga, yung pandemic, no? So, thank you so much. 7,000 points po, no?
Grabe!
So, thank you, no? So,
Pag-contractor.
nung ano kasi madali, no?
Pwede kaya
Siguro
ba?
I wanna share yung psychology of pandemic, no? There's this competitive side of me na gusto ko makita na magaling ako, no? So, may friends ako na naglalaro ng ML, yung trinay ko, naging competitive. Kasi parang 5 versus 5 yun, no? Tapos, another thing is, pandemic, hindi ka lumalabas ng bahay, wala akong pinagkakagastusan. So, may mga skills doon na parang, baka familiar kayo mga anak niya na nagugulat kayo na babawasan yung Gcash. Bibili na ML skills, no? Same thing po sa Call of Duty Mobile, no? Kasi yun yung first person shooter na yung meron akong cousin na naging streamer, meron siyang 1 million followers, no, sa Call of Duty Mobile. So, may going bulilit na actress na ka-ano niya ka-stream. So, doon sila sa Caloocan. So, medyo good vibes yung stream niya. So, yung mga bata, no, ay, masaya parang Counter-Strike, Call of Duty. So, play sila ng ano. So, hindi na napapansin. Maya-maya, So ako medyo napagsabihan din ako past 3 ano. So, ayan, so glad to share na naka-install na po yung ML. And yan, no, umabot din ng thousands yung expenditure natin. Ayan. Tsaka yung online mobile, ano no, gaming. So, mabait po tayo, pero we experience yung mga ano na nagagalit yung mga bata, no? Talagang, kasi, naka-skin ka, for example, no? Sabihin, so, kung nagkataon na matatalo yung team niya, sabihin, ay, naka-skin, ano lang, mahal lang yung skin, pero, ano naman, no? Skinner. So, yun yung term nila of cyberbullying, mga bata. And, medyo, hindi na rin kasi maganda kasi sa online gaming, no? Medyo nasi-segregate din yung mga bata na hindi maka-afford dun sa ano. So, same thing with the problem of social media. Na-highlight yung economic gap and mas lalo nagkakaroon ng divide sa society. So, again, same thing, no, with social media addiction, interference with daily life, relationships, and work. So, again, no, ano yung apat na dark sides ng digital world? May table for 10,000 points. Oh, may naman mataas, no, yung December babies.
Bumper pa, bankrupt na daw. Lower the
Mababankrupt na, ano na lang,
Lower.
ano na, for 3, kaya pa 3,000 ba?
Go!
Dapat ikaw.
Kaya 3,000?
Mag-aabot pa siya.
Tawag sa count.
Magtasan sa likod.
Okay, sino ba?
Nauna po magtasan sa likod.
Sa likod.
Okay,
December Avenue.
So hindi mo dahil sa December yung birthday ko, pero December yun ako, no?
Hindi ko pagbigyan natin Vermax naman natin.
Mga
It is the dark side of digital world. So we have cyberbullying. So we have online sexual abuse. We have exploitation of children, excessive social media use, and online gaming addiction.
Yes. So, yun po, no? Bigyan natin si Ma'am ng points.
3,000?
So again, very good sa December babies, yan. Ay, Christmas babies, no? So ito po ulit yung mga dark side ng digital world. So this is not exhaustive, pero ito yung mga ilan sa kailangan natin i-highlight, no? So we also have an information board, but because of time constraints, no? Ito, ano ko na lang, so misinformation, no? Not necessarily may intent na magkalat, no? Pero mali yung information. So pwedeng wala kayong intent na manakit or manira, pero mali lang information na meron kayo. So, binasa nyo, misinformation. Disinformation, no? Ito, meron kayong intentional, no? So pagdating sa sa yung mga paso-pasohan, ito yung mas may bigat yung yung kaso sa inyo kapag yung mga cyber libel, no? May bad intent, no? Na false information, yan may negative effect, no? So doon sa case ni Ma'am, no, doon sa dulo, may yung mga cyberbullies, they also resort sometimes, no, to disinformation. Sabi nila, ay, sisiraan nila kahit hindi naman totoo, no? Just because, ayun doon, may nagselos, no? Ayan, so, like yung sa kanta ni Shaira, no, yung selos, silos daw, no? Malaking problema yung silos, no? So, malinformation to, genuine, truthful information used with a malicious intent to cause harm. So, for example, meron yung mga bata, no, minsan, sa gaming, nila, or nagsasend sila ng mga medyo half movies or gano'n na pictures, no? Kasi medyo na-attract sila dun sa ka-chat nila. So, ngayon, yung, hindi pala totoong tao yun, no? Or, ibang tao yung ka-chat niya. So, ngayon, i-extort na, pag hindi ka nabigay ng pera, ibigyan ka rin, so, pwede sila so, pag hindi ka nagbayad, pwede i-link yung private photos. So, disinformation campaigns, no? May mga paid trolls during, very rampant during elections. Fake news, no? Pwede silang, just for the sake of having social media engagement, no? nag-create sila ng fake news. And ito pa, no, yung iba, binabayaran sila, no? Just like trolls. So I think this is the last video na, no? Yung how disinformation works.
Have you ever felt overwhelmed by a large number of different and contradictory versions of the same story? Then maybe you've been a victim of a disinformation tactic called FOMO. Keep watching to learn more about this kind of manipulation and why it's dangerous. The goal of disinformation is not always to convince us of a manipulated or false version of a story. Sometimes what the people behind disinformation want is to sow confusion and doubt. This behavior is often seen during crisis situations and disasters, but also during elections. Those trying to deceive us flood social media with different explanations and accusations. They often use artificial bots or trolls to spam as many channels as possible with a large amount of messages. They do this to control online conversations and drown out voices and views that are inconvenient to them. The different stories often contradict each other, even from the same source. This is a sign that the real goal is not to convince us of one particular story, but to confuse us. When the Malaysian Airlines flight was shot down over eastern Ukraine in July 2014, it was quickly followed by numerous different claims about what happened. Experts have counted almost 300 cases of disinformation about the disaster. It was blamed on different countries and organizations, and various theories about what happened were shared widely. The goal seemed to be to spread confusion and prevent people from searching for the facts. What's the danger? With so many different explanations, we may find it easier to tune out and do nothing. Our expert explains why it's dangerous.
In the longer term, this tactic can have a destructive effect on society. If people start questioning the existence of objective facts, or if they stop believing that it is possible to establish a fact-based reality. If everything is perceived as an equally valid version of reality, trust in media and in democratic institutions may suffer.
It's of course important and healthy to see things from different perspectives and have a dose of critical skepticism. But if people start questioning things that are backed by facts, the people behind the manipulation have reached their goal of spreading confusion, apathy, and distrust. What can you do? Be careful when it comes to major crisis situations and disasters. If you see many different or contradictory versions of the same story, somebody may be trying to manipulate you. Not to convince you, but to confuse you. Check high quality and fact-checked sources. Help them spread their message. Prioritize quality over speed. Remember that it takes time to do research and check the facts. Being first with the story isn't always a sign of quality. Resist falling into the trap of apathy and inaction. Don't stop believing that there are real facts out there. To recap, watch out when you come across contradictory versions of the same story. Look for reliable and fact-checked sources. Prefer quality over speed. Check out our website for more information about the European Parliament and the 2024 European elections.
So yung video na to is produced by the European Parliament, no? And hopefully, no, someday, baka Pasig yung mag-start, no? Baka may mga, ano, no, information drives, no, para sa national elections na hopefully, no, something that will help people stay on ground, no, para medyo ma-control yung disinformation part. So, yung question, no, is the digital world, no, a scary place? Yes, it is, no. But at the same time, no, we have to be grounded in reality. There's a lot of opportunities for us, no? So very dangerous, but at the same time, no, it can empower us, no? So with social media, it's not entirely evil, no? So baka akala nyo very dark yung gusto ko sabihin. Sa module 2 and later, no, si Ma'am Grace, no, of CSWDO, no, she'll talk about yung mga current programs, no, ng Pasig LGU and also ng Cyber Guardians Foundation NGOs like CGPH. And call to action, no? So what can you do as a netizen to co-create a cyberspace, no? So nung buhay pa si Ma'am Chi sa amin, no, ng CGPH, she would ask everyone, no, ano yung pwede nyo gawin to create a cyberspace within your homes and also within your schools and workplace. So, hindi na namin maano muna itong question na to, no? Because madami tayo. So ito, last slide ko na, don't join the dark side even if it's convenient, no? Namit pera, madali sa ano, no? Tsaka sometimes even money and power. Fame. So disinformation and online crimes destroy the lives of innocent people. So yung at the end, no, kung kahit kayong sumikat or what, madaling pera, hindi nyo alam, no, dahil sa values nyo, mas susceptible na rin yung anak nyo. So yung unang masisira ay yung anak nyo. So I think nakikita niya yan ngayon recently. Dahil very greedy ilang people, ang unang tinatamaan na yung mga anak nila. So, something like yung Star Wars, no? Be a Jedi, no? A Jedi equipped with the lightsaber of good moral character, no, knowing what's good, no, and upholding what's good from right, what's good from evil, and having some firm cybersecurity awareness, no, mamaya sa module 2, 3, and 4 natin, and online safety practice. So that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Let's hear from Grace.
Ayan. While waiting for the setup, syempre palakpakan natin ating first speaker. Palakpakan natin si Ray.
Sige, ayan. Hello po! Ako po ulit. Sige, bilisan lang po natin kasi baka antukin kayo sa akin. So, i-present ko lang po kung ano ba yung programa ng LGU in partnership with the CGPH. So first, this is the Safer Cyberspace Program for Children and Youth. And then ito po, ang proactive approach natin. So the City of Pasig through the City Social Welfare and Development Office has taken proactive steps to safeguard its young citizens by spearheading the Safer Cyberspace Program for Children and Youth in collaboration with Cyber Guardians Philippines, a leading advocate of online safety and digital literacy. So brief lang, no, kwento ko lang kung paano ba nag-start itong programa na ito. So hindi po ito basta lang pinupose, ganyan. So, nagsimula ito sa pagbibit lang ng 2 tao. Galing sa CSWD at sa CGPH sa isang event na walang kinalaman sa programa. Tapos, nag-connect lang sila, nag-usap, ganyan. And ito pala yung ginagawa mo, baka pwede tayong mag-partner. Kasi si Pasig wala pang ganyang program. So, from there, nag-usap-usap lang informally. And then, nagbigay na si CGPH ng concept paper, tapos ipinasa na po iyon sa ating mayor. Until hanggang sa nagkaroon ng ASEAN Cybersecurity Skilling Program. So may isa pong taga-Pasig, empleyado po natin na pinadala para po mag-undergo ng tawag nito yung ACSP ito po yung module na pinapractice nila. And bukod po sa empleyado ng CSWD, meron din pong 2 pa mula sa Pasig na nag-undergo ng 5 araw na training. And bukod doon sa 5 araw na yon, na-require pa sila na mag-cascade noong kanilang natutunan. So yon. And then, after no, na-complete na yung sa ACSP ng program, so nakita na mas maganda na ituloy natin ito, hindi lang dito sa simpleng training lang. So noon pong August 2023, ang programa po ay na-formalize through MOA, yung Memorandum of Agreement between the City Government of Pasig and the CGPH. So ayan po, kita naman natin, nagpermahan sila ng MOA. And then, during the MOA signing po or yung ceremony na yon, may message po si Mayor Vico sa atin. So, pakinggan po muna natin. Mayor. Para lang matest natin kung talagang narinig natin yung message niya. Magkano pa po ang pera natin, bunker?
Madami pa to.
Kaya pa ba natin for 2,000 pesos? Tatlo lang po, tatlo lang. For 2,000 pesos, sino ang makakapagbigay ng important point na nabanggit po ni Mayor? Okay, any hands? Masyado ata akong kuripot, ayaw nila ng 10,000. Nakaka-pressure yung 10,000 kanina. Guys, anyone?
Ayun na.
Lost.
LGU kasi tayo, DPWH kasi yung...
Yung kanina kasi 10,000.
Kaya mababa lang yung
Sige, depende na lang sa Depende sa sagot.
Maganda yung sagot.
Sige po, kahit yung short lang na mga lines na nabanggit po ni Mayor before tayo mag-proceed sa discussion.
Ayan na.
Ayan, sige po.
So,
Ayan. Ayan. So, actually, sinabi ni Mayor, una na yun aware siya na it's so easy na gumawa ng Facebook account at gumawa ng mag-spread ng false information. Kaya he's actually thankful with the partnership kasi kailangan talaga na maging aware lahat at i-continue yung awareness na i-share ito sa mga colleagues natin, even sa family natin. And inaasahan nila tayo lahat dito na may mga programang ito na maibahagi talaga sa constituents, sa buong, like sa buong city of Pasig. And hopefully sa online din, like he is encouraging everyone to take action.
For 3,000 pesos. Sige, so anyone meron pa gusto magdugtong po doon? Can I show a hand or wala na? Sige, gusto ko lang din po i-translate na according din sa kay Mayor during dito 2023 pa, para sabi niya, si Pasig kasi hindi naman tayo ganun kadami ang kaso natin, particularly pagdating sa usaing. So parang sabi pa nga ni CGPH before, wag na si Pasig, sa iba na lang kami makikipag-partner. Pero ang sabi po ni Mayor, bakit hintayin pa ba natin na magkaroon tayo ng madaming kaso bago tayo umaksyon? So why not, gawin na natin ito ngayon to prevent it. So eto na po yung ginagawa natin ngayon. And then, ayan. So, program overview pa lang, ano nga ba yung Safer Cyberspace Program? So, ito po ay holistic program ensuring child protection, digital empowerment, and youth resilience. So, hindi lang po ito basta-basta na maghahanap lang po ng activity, mag-o-orient lang po kami para ma-aware po kayo. Si Safer Cyberspace Program po ay mas malawak pa siyang programa, mas comprehensive po siya at mas malalim po yung kanyang gagalawan kung mai-implement natin siya ng fully. Pero sabi ko nga, sa ngayon si Pasig hindi pa naman siya ganun kadami. So more of nasa awareness raising pa lang tayo. And then, for the objective, so yan, syempre si program is to establish yung cyber-safe homes and schools. So bakit nga ba schools and homes ang tinatarget na maging cyber-safe? Kasi po, yung mga kabataan natin, most of their times ay nasa bahay lang and nasa school lang. So after school, uwi sa bahay, lalabas lang ng konti kasi bawal umuwi ng late, tama? Yes. Kasi delikado. So, sabihin na natin na wala man sila masyadong time sa labas pero nandun naman sila sa telepono nila. Paano ba natin masasabi na safe yung mga bata kahit nasa loob ng bahay natin kung meron kaakibat na panganib yung hawak nilang gadgets? So yun yung tina-target natin, makapag-establish ng cyber-safe homes and schools. And then of course, to empower stakeholders, which is the parents, teachers, barangays, community youth, and adult leaders. So syempre, kung kabataan po ang karamihan sa nabibiktima ng Ayan, sorry po nakakonect sa wifi medyo tayo in demand. So yun, so bakit nga ba ang mga stakeholders yung kailangan din natin i-empower bukod sa mga kabataan? Baka may gusto sumagot po, bakit kayo ang kailangan i-empower bukod sa mga kabataan natin. Can I show a hands po for our pointing system for 1,000 pesos?
Ayan! 1,000!
Ayan si, parang wala na si December baby. Anyway pala guys, napag-usapan namin sa likod kanina, by the end of the day, yung pong mga petty cash na nakuha po natin, i-remit po natin sa banker mamaya. Tapos titignan po natin kung gano'n na ba kadami yung points na nakuha ng bawat group. And then tomorrow, may pa-surprise po si banker sa atin. So yun. Okay, kay Ma'am daw po, bakit stakeholders ang kailangan i-empower? Ayun kay Ma'am sa December baby.
December Avenue.
Siguro po, dapat as a parent, kayo empower kasi we are the ones guiding our children. So dapat po we know all yung mga activities po nila na ginagawa sa social media. And only po na parent, we can also empower po our colleagues kasi I'm always CSO na accredited na association po. So I can share with my colleagues po, with my co-parents po, about to be aware of the social media effects to our children. So dapat po, lahat po tayo as a parent, we should always be aware po of the activities of our kids, especially po, pagdating sa house, wala na po yung ginagawa ko sa cellphone nila all throughout the day. So dapat po, we know kung ano po yung ginagawa sa cellphone. It's okay to know po, para sa akin po, it's okay to know the password of my children, especially with my work.
Yes.
Para alam ko po anong ginagawa nila sa cellphone. Thank you po.
Oo, no? Kasi kung tayo bilang magulang, hindi tayo empowered, wala tayong knowledge, paano natin i-guide yung bata, yung anak natin, o yung mga kids na nasa poder natin. Diba? Kasi sino ba ang lalapitan nila bukod sa mga teachers na nasa labas? Siyempre tayo mga magulang. So it's important na tayo may alam, tayo empowered tayo, para mas mag-guide natin sila ng mas maayos. Meron pa po? Sige. Si Ma'am ano muna? Si Ma'am early, ito September baby daw. Sige. Ay, sorry, banker, pabigyan ng 2,500 po ang ating first, sige, yes po.
Sa amin po, magmumula mga parent, ang mga bata, sa amin po, ang dapat nagsisimula po yan. Dahil makikita po natin kung yung mga anak natin ay sumusunod din sa atin. Pumapangalawa lang po ang teachers. Hindi naman porque pinasok natin, ay hahayaan na lang. Then, pag may problema, about po sa school, idadaan muna sa teacher bago po natin i-barangay. At para po malaman din natin at kung makikipag-ugnayan po natin sa barangay. Yun po.
Tama naman no. Lagi sa barangay po ang balik kapag may concern, particularly sa mga minors. Sige po, si Ma'am. Papabigyan ko ng 2,500. Si Ma'am, yung nickname si Connie, si Ma'am Connie.
Addition lang ako. Sa akin naman natin yung sinabi. And also, kaya kami empowered din sa stakeholders. At kami nandito kasi na we are part of the organization. So, mostly tayo di ba po sa mga parents. Just like if we have our cinema or else, nag-uusap tayo tungkol sa mga anak natin. Paano nangyayari sa bahay, sa school. So, may share po namin paano yung pinag-aaralan namin ngayon. Sa mga knowledge namin, pwede namin sa mga other co-parents. Yun lang. Thank you.
So yun no, pag na-empower kayo, kayo din mismo pwede mag-empower sa mga kasama ninyo. Okay, yes po, dito sa anong babies ba to? March?
Team Pisces.
Ay, Team Pisces. Dapat doon pala ako promote. Sige po.
Additional lang po, diba? Siyempre, provide and support natin to guide the motivation sa mga anak natin. Siyempre, yung rights and responsibilities as a parents, na maka-help tayo sa mga school policies and ensure na accountabilities natin yung mga anak din natin, diba? Ayun lang po.
Okay, tama naman, no? Sige. So, last objective po natin sa program is to position the Pasig City as na knowledge hub for cyber safety. So nabanggit nga kanina, since si Pasig hindi naman hotspot, pero po tayo ang pinakaunang LGU na nakapartner po ng CGPH. So that is something to be proud of. So we hope na since this is just a partnership with the CGPH, pero we hope na itong collaboration na ito, itong partnership na ito, ay kaya nating ipakita sa ibang mga LGU na you can do this as well, especially doon sa mga hotspot areas. Okay? And then, yan. So, ano na nga ba yung ginawa after nung nag-MOA signing? So, 2023 ng August nangyari yon. The same year, we also conducted the strategic planning session for the LGU core team with CGPH core team. So, hindi naman kasi po pwede na si CSWD lang, siya kasi si CGPH ang mag-uusap, pati si Mayor. So, we identified po yung mga core team members muna within the city government. So, pinili po yun. Yung sa LCPC, sino po familiar sa mga LCPC natin? The Local Council for the Protection of Children. So, selected members po na ating LCPC, kasama doon si GAD, kasama doon si DepEd, kasama ang Liga ng mga Barangay. So, nung nag-strategic planning, in-invite po sila for this reason. So, first is to activate a broad Pasig citywide network of stakeholders aligned with the program agenda. So, sabi nga, di ba, di naman namin kaya to ng kami lang. Kasi syempre, iba-iba yung environment na ginagalawan ng mga bata. So, kailangan namin humingi ng tulong or makipagtulungan sa mga iba't ibang opisina din within the city. And then, of course, since we are in partnership with CGPH core team members as well ay nandoon din po sa strategic planning. I'm so sorry, hindi ko na nai-attach yung mga pictures namin kasi sobrang late na po yung preparation. Pero yun. And then second is to engage your stakeholders in dialogue to clarify roles, responsibilities, and potential contributions. And then agree on a 3-year roadmap anchored in the sanctuary framework, ensuring balance between prevention, healing, and reintegration approaches. So sabi nga kanina, si Safer Cyberspace Program ay hindi lang siya yung basta awareness campaign lang na activity. Siya po ay holistic, which is meron siya prevention, healing, and reintegration approaches. So mas madidiscuss pa po yan later on. And then ito po yung mga output during the strategic planning. So ang sabi nila, ang vision ng program is for Pasig City to be a safe cyberspace for children and youth by 2030. Sa tingin po ba ninyo kaya natin to? Yes. Siyempre, with your help, di ba? And then the mission is, medyo malinaw pala siya, nabasahin ko na lang. So establish safeguard mechanisms to uphold the rights of children and youth. So, mag-establish ng mga mechanisms kung paano ba natin ma-observe or mabibigay sa mga kabataan yung protection na dapat para sa kanila. And then empower children and youth to safely and confidently explore, empathetically engage, and ethically innovate in the cyberspace. So, syempre, i-empower din natin sila para hindi lang naman puro tayo. Kasi sabi nga, hindi naman natin matutulungan ang isang tao kung ayaw din naman nila magpatulong o hindi nila alam kung bakit pa sila tinutulungan. So, aside po sa inyo, ini-empower din po yung mga kabataan. And then, equip parents, guardians, and stakeholders with knowledge, skills, and attitude through the awareness, education, and training program. So, eto na po yung isa sa activity natin, ma-equip po ang mga stakeholders na necessary knowledge, particularly pagdating po sa cyberspace. And then, actively engage in the family and community in providing enabling environment to strengthen morals and values for the welfare of children and youth. Ayan. Tapos, aside from that, nagkaroon din po ng roadmap. So, meron tayong 3-year na tinitignan. So, for the first year is yung awareness and advocacy. And then, second year, capacity building. And then, last year is for healing and recovery. Ayan. And then, aside doon sa strategic planning po, nagkaroon din ng sensing and processing workshop noong 2023. So, ito ay to strengthen yung psychosocial and psychospiritual grounding of the program, ensuring it does not only address what needs to be done, but also how it should be carried out with compassion and values. So, syempre, dahil ito po kasi sumunod siya doon sa strategic planning. So, sa strategic planning, ang kasama po natin yung mga core team pagdating po sa workshop na ito, sinama na po natin yung mga outside pa. Kasi sabi ko kanina, di ba, sa strategic planning, yung within the city lang. So, nung nag-workshop na ng sensing and presensing, in-invite na po yung mga taga-outside, kasama na yung mga national, yung mga taga-schools mismo, hindi lang si DepEd, tapos yung mga taga-barangay, may mga umattend din po during this activity. So, para lang din maano na, ito pong programa na ito, hindi lang basta siya programa. Kailangan natin makita ano ba yung purpose kung bakit natin ito ginagawa. So, nag-deep dive po siya doon sa psycho-spiritual and psycho-social ng mga participants natin. And then it also generated a sense of shared ownership among diverse stakeholders, making cyber safety not just an LGU program but a community movement. So, sabi ko nga paulit-ulit, hindi lang siya basta programa, kundi isa siyang advokasya na dapat po ang komunidad ang magtulong-tulong para po maging successful tayo sa programa natin. And then, lastly, accord the technical outputs of the strategic planning session within a deeper framework of empathy, collaboration, and systemic transformation. And then, last activity ng 2023 is the National Youth Leadership Summit. So, ito po ay nai-host dito sa atin sa Pasig City noong November 25 to 26 sa Tanghalan Rizal High School na may tema pong pagsibol. So, organized po ito in collaboration with the CGPH. So, ito po ay national na summit. So, may mga invited po from other LGU, meron din from, tama ba dito, meron din from Visayas and Mindanao during this summit. So, para makita po ng iba na si CGPH, ito na yung ginagawa in partnership with Pasig. So, parang may idea sila for replication. And then, for 2024 naman, last year, ito na po yung mga nagawa natin. So, first is the massive awareness campaign. So, ilan yan? 2, 4, 6, 7 na session po ang nagawa last year. Ito po yung sinuong yung mga barangay. Binabaan po sila, tapos nagkata po ng awareness campaign doon sa Cyber Youth Empowerment Orientation. So, pinag-usapan ano ba yung cyber security, ano ba yung cyber safety, yon. And then, yan po yung mga target participants natin. So, syempre, magkahan ng pinagbuhatan dahil malaki sila. 2 batches po yung ginawa sa kanila. And then, for the other barangays, nagkaroon ng 2 separate na session. And then, lastly is yung bukod sa barangay, tinarget din po natin yung mga schools. So, the total participants for this awareness campaign is around 251 po na kabataan ang nag-gather natin on this. So, yan. 129 na babae, 122 na male. And then, after nila mag-undergo after nila maka-attend po ng orientation or awareness campaign, meron po tayong pinag-register sila kung gusto ba nila maging matrain as advocate ng program. So, ito po, yung Youth Formators Training of Trainers. So, 3 days po ito na training, which is ang nag-participate po ay bukod doon sa parang 251, kita nyo. Pagdating po sa DOD, 26 na lang po yung nag-attend. Pero sa registration, they are around 90 plus. 90 plus yung nag-register sa amin, pero nung nag-inform na kami na may activity na, eto na lang po yung nakagraduate. So, sadly, pero ganun talaga, sabi nga namin, maybe it's a calling for the youth. Hindi naman natin pwedeng i-impose sa kanila. So, pero at least we have 26, di ba? Ayan. So, na-train po sila, tapos, meron na, ngayon, certified na sila ng Pasig as youth formator. So, ito po ay usually mga teachers and students natin, particularly yung mga SSLG advisors and students. And then, after po nila kasi mag-TOT, may 2 track sila. Parang 3 phase kasi yon. So, information, tapos yung sa TOT, tapos yung sa workshop. So, first track is the cybersecurity workshop. So, kagaya ng ganitong session, nag-undergo din po yung mga, doon sa 26, may mga participants doon na nag-undergo ng cybersecurity workshop para sila mismo, kaya na nilang mag-cascade on their own. So yeah, we have at least 14 participants, and then they are equipped with every with cybersecurity practices to protect themselves and their household, and then they are prepared to be youth leaders to act as community trainers, sharing cybersecurity knowledge with peers and members. And then another track po is yung creative and artistic workshop. So, ito po ay 9 days na workshop na pinagdaanan po ng mga estudyante natin na teachers. And then we have established a group of theater advocates who can use creative expression to communicate complex cyber safety issues in accessible ways, and then produce a community performance piece addressing cybercrime, which served as both educational tool and a platform for dialogue with parents, peers, and barangay officials, and then created a momentum for integrity and creative advocacy in the future SCP campaigns, making cyber safety awareness more engaging and culturally relevant. So hindi lang naman po ganito yung awareness campaign natin. Dito sa Pasig, meron na din po tayo theater group. Sila po yung nagpe-perform sa mga malalaking events. More of ang goal is to provide awareness through theater. So, may mga solo parents po ba dito? Kasi, I remember nakapag-perform na sila last solo parent week. Yung sa may Santo Tomas po, yun. Kamusta naman? Ayun, and then, last activity for last year is the National Youth Leadership Summit. So, same po, sinocase lang yung status ng partnership under the Sanctuary Framework, and then kung ano yung creative outputs ng trained Pasig Youth Formators, tapos kung ano yung shared practices, and then to engage yung government, private sector, NGOs, and church authorities. So, yun, si Summit naman po ay annual siya ginagawa, and for this year, gagawin din po natin siya dito sa Pasig. So, hopefully, ma-invite din po kayo at makapunta kayo. This will be on November naman. And then for this year, ito po yung naka-line up natin ng mga projects under the program. So, we have values formation for digital citizenship and parenting. So, bukod sa cybersecurity, meron din po tayo digital citizenship. And then, basic cybersecurity cascading by youth formators. So, sila po yung mga nakapag-train, nakapag-cascade na din po sila. Actually, last year, nag-cascade na din sila sa mga schools nila. Pero this year, nag-cascade po sila sa kapwa nila, mga estudyante. Tapos yung mga teachers naman sa kapwa nila teachers. And then, ito po ngayon, basic cybersecurity cascading ng master trainers. So, including po yung si Engineer Ray, pati yung iba po nating mga bunkers sa likod. Sila po yung mga master trainers natin na nakapag-complete ng ACSP program. So, ito po kayo ngayon, sa September 24-25, ito po yung ginagawa natin. And then, stage play rounds, ito po yung sa mga theater group natin. So, we are targeting to perform ng 8 performances sa buong taon. And then, yan. Another formators, training of trainers. So, last year, ang tinarget naman natin ay youth. Sa ngayon po, this year, ang target naman po natin is mga adults, mga parents. And then, cyber youth empowerment orientation cascading. So, sa school lang din yan. And then, by the end of the year, hopefully, makapagkandak po tayo ng spiritual deepening recollection. Kasi nga, hindi lang yung programa, ina-anchor natin siya sa ano ba yung pinanghuhugutan natin. So, more of sa individual din natin, ano ba yung faith natin, paano ba natin mapoprotektahan yung mga bata using our faith as well. Ayan, so for CGPH programs naman po, si CGPH ay naka-angkla po siya doon sa Sanctuary na framework. So, pwede po bang, dahil medyo makati na yung lalamunan ko, pwede po ba sabay-sabay natin basahin yung statement? Para makahinga, yan. Sige po.
Medyo makati. Tawa ako bigla. Oo nga, natawa rin ako.
Awareness basis change to create nurturing homes, schools and communities engaged in combating online sexual abuse and exploitation of children and other forms of inhumane psychosexual and values-based intervention to appease neglected victims of integration as responsible young members of society.
Hiningal din kayo. Diba? Pero yon, kagaya nga sabi kanina, si Save for Cyberspace ay isa siyang holistic na program. So kita nyo naman yung statement pa lang ng framework kung gaano nakahaba. Though si Pasig hindi nga tayo hotspot, pero yung ating tinitingnan is hanggang doon na sa healing and recovery ng magiging biktima. So ganun po tayo ka-prepared. Ganun tayo ka-advance sa Pasig. And then, ayan. So, i-present ko lang po briefly. I know 12 na. Okay lang po ba extend tayo kahit mga 10 to 15 minutes before mag-lunch para lang po mamaya mag-proceed tayo after lunch doon sa workshop tapos yung session 2. Okay lang po ba?
Yes.
Wala naman kayong choice eh. Sige, so, si sanctuary program natin, meron po tayong 3 component. First is prevention, healing and recovery, and then yung reintegration. And then, under po ng component ng prevention, meron tayong 3 parts. The awareness raising, training and education, and then the LGU community engagement or UNAYAN. And then for awareness raising po, meron tayong 3 strategy. So first is the traditional multimedia. Ito po yung ina-idea before na makapag-produce ng mga segment sa TV, sa radyo. So yun yung traditional ng multimedia. And then second, dahil na nasa digital age na tayo, bakit din natin gamitin yung social media? And then lastly is yung in-person activities. So yung mga ganitong activities po natin. And then, ang initiative na po ni CGPH, so they have na yung cyber chat or TV talk show. Ito po ay under sa TV Maria. Pero yung before, sa CLTV pala yung talk show. So meron pa rin po sila hanggang ngayon. And then meron na din po na-produce si CGPH na short film which is yung Manika. I think ipapresent po ito later sa mga susunod na modules. And then they also have video productions na feature din sa ng articles. And then TV and radio castings. And then comic strips. So, before nakalagay kasi soon kasi they wanted to document yung film. For example, yung sa victim, sa survivor, tapos paano ba siya ina-assist. So, yun yung binivision before. I'm not sure kung matutuloy pa natin to, pero tingnan natin. And then, second is yung mobile theater, which is yung established na natin na theater group dito sa Pasig. And then, for the social media naman na initiative, we have the CGPH website. So, ipapresent naman po yun later. And then, social media posting, live streaming of events, and then cyberkwentuhan kasi, di ba, uso na din ngayon yung mga short videos sa mga social media platform, Facebook, kahit saan, yung mga reels. So, parang yun yung tinitignan na bakit hindi din natin gamitin yung ganong strategy para mas makapag-spread tayo ng awareness. And then, every year din, si CGPH po ay nag-hold ng Cyber Express competition. So, they invite yung mga from schools. Siyempre, yung may mga skilled or talent natin ng mga students sa paggawa ng, tawag nun yung mga poster making. So, parang for 3 years, itong nagawa. But for this year, due to unfortunate event, hindi po siya naituloy. So, hopefully, matuloy sa mga susunod pang years. And then, last na initiative, yung in-person, so have orientation session, so kagaya nito. Pero before po si CGPH bumaba dito sa Pasig, nagkaroon na po sila ng iba't ibang orientation activities sa iba't ibang mga NGO partnership, tsaka sa ibang mga agencies. And then ayan, ecosystem activation workshop, nagawa na din po natin yan dito sa Pasig with CGPH. And then of course, the annual National Youth Leadership Summit. And then for the part 2 naman ng component 1, so meron po tayong information, formation, and integration. So under the information, pag-uusapan po din, ito po yung parang orientation. Ang title po na activity na to ay Cyber Youth Empowerment Orientation. So dito po pinag-uusapan kung ano nga ba si cyberspace, ano yung basic features niya, and then ano yung different forms ng cyber threats, and ano yung impact sa mental health ng mga bata, and then ano ba yung mga challenges na kinakaharap ng mga kabataan ngayon sa digital age, and then ano ba yung basic elements ng digital citizenship, which is po yung respect, educate, and protect, and then basic cybersecurity tips. Tapos for the module 2 naman ng training and education natin, ito yung 3 days. So tinatakal po dito, first meron dalawang sub-module, the self and the fundamentals ng child protection and safeguarding, and then yung basic skills development. So sa sub-module na 1, so ito po ay more of formation siya doon sa mga participants na paano mo ba titignan yung sarili mo, of course with God, and then with others, and then with community, and paano ka ba makakapag-lead. And then for the basic skills development naman, may 5 parts siya. So ayan, may leadership fundamentals, workshop facilitating skills, peer facilitating for youth formators, and then M&E and use ng instruction manual. So ito po kasi may instruction manual po na ginagamit. So pwede tinitrain din po sila para later on, kapag nag-cascade sila, they are guided. Alam po nila yung mga sinasabi nila. And then, for module 3 naman, yun yung sinabi ko kanina na kung namansin ninyo doon sa unang slides, meron po 2 track after nila mag-TOT. So first, yung cybersecurity, and then yung track 2 is creative artistic. Pero sa ngayon kasi, since tapos na ito last year sa mga youth, for this year, si track 2 po, syempre kung adult po ang target natin, papayag ba kayo na acting? Papayag ba kayo?
Yeah.
Syempre nakakailang na yon. So ngayon po, papalitan na po namin ito ng coaching and mentoring. So para kayo din mismo, sa paraang tama, kaya po natin tulungan yung mga kasama natin, yung mga nasa community natin. So yun. And then syempre, ang practice nito, dahil transformation na nga siya, workshop na siya, meron po siyang, ina-expect na makakascade po yung natutunan. So, cascading ng cybersecurity, and then cascading po ng mobile network. So, sa ngayon, for this year, dahil last year po nagawa sa mga bata, nagka-cascade naman na nito yung mga youth formators natin. And then for the component 2, may 3 parts po ulit. So, ito yun, sa healing intervention for victim survivors, trauma-informed care for shelter care providers, and the study on effectiveness of healing intervention.
Masyadong madami pa.
So dito, sa healing intervention ng mga victim survivors, if ma-notice po ninyo, laging ang sinasabi natin victim. Pero ngayon po kasi, mas pinapractice na natin sabihin na victim survivor or survivor. May makakasagot kaya bakit survivor? For 5,000 ml. Sige, ako na lang kasi para ano din tayo sa time. Kaya po siya survivor na kasi it's a way to empower yung si victim or yung na-abuse to make her feel na empowered na siya, wala na siya doon sa sitwasyon na yon. Kaya survivor na po yung tawag, hindi na victim. Okay, so ano lang yon, additional info lang. So dito sa healing intervention natin, first is we have the mindfulness or self-awareness. Ito po yung ginagawa sa mga bata ha. And then creative therapy, so may art attack, express yourself, uplift, movement and dance therapy, and then unleash. So syempre, para mas ma-empower sila, inaano po natin yung ibang kakayahan, ibang strength ng mga bata. Hindi lang, para hindi sila mag-dwell doon sa negative experience nila. And then, yeah, retreat, recollection, spiritual healing, and then play therapy.
Chikahan mo lang. Chika. Tapos biglang nagsimula siyang magsalita. Biglang
ay, hindi pala. Part 2, sa victim survivor pala yung kanina. So sa part 2, trauma-informed care para naman po sa shelter providers. So syempre, hindi lang naman para sa bata. Kung meron din mga care providers, kasama dito yung mga social workers na naghahandle sa kanila or yung mga house parent na nangangalaga sa kanila on a daily basis. So ito yung mga nilatag na possible activities for them, mindfulness and self-awareness din, introduction na or principles ng trauma-informed care practices. So for your additional knowledge lang din, hindi na po kasi tayo basta lang nagbibigay na lang ng services lalo na sa mga survivors natin or clients natin. Ginagamit na po natin sa ngayon yung trauma-informed care. So ito po yung parang halimbawa kung may naka-encounter kayo na victim, hindi na para tayo yung, hala, ano nangyari sa'yo? Bakit ganyan? Ano, sino may gawa niyan sa'yo? Yung mas taranta ka pa kaysa doon sa bata or mas nalungkot ka pa kaysa doon sa bata na una ka pa umiyak. So ngayon kasi mas inaano na po natin, pinapractice na natin na kailangan kapag humarap ka sa biktima or sa bata or sa kliyente, alam niya na kaya mo siyang tulungan. So you have to compose yourself. Tapos yung approach po, andun na yung listening without judgment para maramdaman ng bata na may kakampi siya, na hindi mali, yung nagsumbong siya, yung mga ganon. So that's trauma-informed, napindot ko ata. And then, effects of trauma on physical and mental health. And then, impact of trauma on children, how trauma-informed practices are implemented, trauma treatment and approaches. So more of doon na to sa case manager tsaka sa other care providers sa mga bata. And then, lastly, for the component 2, tinitignan natin kung kaya din ba itong study. Pag-aaralan natin kung effective ba yung healing interventions na binibigay natin sa mga bata. So ito, hindi pa naman to for implementation kasi under discussion pa din naman siya. Pero nakalatag na po siya kasama doon sa framework. And then last component is yung reintegration. So if ever kung may kliyente na, so ito po yung pwedeng gawin sa kanila. First is to provide counseling and then community-based activities tsaka livelihood. So sa counseling, syempre hindi lang naman yung bata yung dapat natin kausapin. So dapat kasama po yung family, pati yung community. Kasi to avoid yung pagsistigmatize sa kanila, ito yung nangyari sa kanya eh. Para aware din sa community. And then, for community-based activities, so ito po yung mga proposed, magkaroon ng creative and artistic activities, health and wellness activities, psychosocial and psychospiritual support activities, tapos learning and educational activities. Kasi syempre, hindi nga natin tinitignan na yung bata kahit anong mangyari sa kanya, forever siya sa shelter or sa mga organization. At the end of the day, pagbalik niya sa community, at least ito yung pwedeng activities na matanggap niya. Okay? And then for livelihood naman, ito sinama po siya para hindi lang para sa bata, kundi para doon sa family ng bata or possible relative na pwedeng uwian ng bata. So we could provide livelihood trainings, basic entrepreneurship, and then microfinance, and then micro-enterprise setup. So yun po yung brief na introduction kung ano ba yung safer cyberspace na ginagawa natin sa Pasig. May mga question po ba? Wala na, gutom na. Sige, so I think wala na, baka may hindi makatulog pag hindi nagtanong. Okay, sige. So yun lang po ang aking part. Tapos later, mag-feed tayo after lunch sa workshop activity for session 1. Since walang question, that's all po. Thank you so much for listening. I know gutom na kayo. And then may I call po is Kichi to bless the food before we
Bless the food. Ganon, merong unexpected.
Bakit ba lang?
Yes, medyo unexpected na bigla akong break. Wala natin. Basta may pinagmumulaan tayo noon. Sana po ay masalimatan natin kung ano ang gagawin natin ngayon. At kasama-sama tayo para tulungan. At
mag-stay sa atin. Effort na kasi din para puntahan mo.
Tumagal ka sa kasi sa dami ng classmate natin, sa dami ng classmate, ang patang kami ng soul. Kasi kami ng college,
Mga 1932 yun.
Di ba may McDonald's na dyan sa kabila? Gusto ko kumakain kami sa McDonald's. So parang sa level natin na parang hindi namin ang gawin na gusto.
Can I get this is yours?
Ano talaga ito yung effort nila. Tagal na puntahan ko para masabay. May gusto namin magbago nila.
Kailan ngayon?
So, OA din yun.
So, samantalang nagsimula yung usapan natin, nakita ko yung history. Dito.
Dito na.
Dapat. Wala nang ano dun.
Basta kami ng blossom. Flower field. Blossom yung pangalan.
Latari lang.
Malapit siya sa
Viper.
Muntik na field. Magipag may mapasagada. Buti ka mo, napagod ako sa flower. Napagod na ako. Napagod ako na maglakad-lakad.
Okay ka na sa icebreaker mo, sa spelling bee mo.
Tapos, kanina, parang nagtanong ako, sabi ko, ay nga naman, dahil parang gusto ko na magsalita. Wala nang problema, sabi ko, wala nang problema. Hindi lang yung tatlong layer ng book field, eh, namin. Tapos, pagdating sa dulo, nagpapita ko. Nagpapita ko. Buti ka, sabi ng isang klase ko. Buti na lang gusto makatawad mo. Kasi nagpapita ko.
Ma'am Luz, are you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm okay, alright. Sige po.
Tumanggi ako kung hindi dito sa daanan. Sabi yung ganun pa lang. Sabi kasi naman siya. Namunta siya. Ganun na ganun. Sa'yo na niya.